Champion reinsman Gary Hall Jr. You've won the WA Derby leading, coming from behind, sitting in the breeze like last year with King of Swing. This year you've the well-fancied Major Trojan, an outstanding 3-year-old, but he's drawn an interesting barrier at barrier 5.
Yeah, it's probably a draw that's made it a great race, really. I guess standouts were probably Franco Edward and Major Trojan leading into it, like the closing couple of weeks, and they've drawn barriers that aren't going to see them just go for a walk in the park. So, it's a really good race. It's probably one of the best Derby fields we've seen in a while, I'd say.
Describe his run last week. He raced over 21.30 metres and he came home in 27.3. It was a pretty reasonably soft win leading up to the Derby.
Yeah, it was. He obviously needed the run. We sort of ran out a little bit of time with him to get runs under his belt, but he's looking really well. He's sort of really blossomed the last couple of weeks. So, it was just good to get a win on the board with him before heading into a race like the Derby. So he did it pretty comfortably, and he's come through the run really well.
Major Trojan's got all the attributes of being a champion horse. He's got good gate speed. He can come from behind. He can work hard in his races. You'll have plenty of options.
Yeah, I'd rather only have one, to be honest. But the draw hasn't allowed that. So we've got some thinking to do. But as you say, we've got the right horse to be having to make a few runs in the race if we have to.
He's done well since last Friday night.
He has, yeah. He's really looking well the last couple of weeks. As I said, he's really come to the fore and right where we want him, I think, which is good.
Does he match up pretty well with the other Derby winners like Chicago Bull and Bodine Boaz and King of Swing last year? Yeah,
I'd more happy with him than, say, probably a horse like King of Swing going into last year's Derby. But having said that, this field's a hell of a lot stronger than probably what he met, I'd say. So, other horses going back, he's probably like a bit more of an Alta Cristiano sort of horse, I'd say. Like he seemed to have everything as well and that good high speed. So, but I think he drew one in his Derby, led and walked around and did his own thing. So this horse not going to have that luxury, but he's got a motor, that's for sure.
So all the best of luck, and let's hope the Hall stable can win their 4th or 5th WA Derby in the last 6 Derbies.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good race to us early doors. I remember I ran a couple of seconds. I ran second, beating a nose on a horse called Ivory Trader for Ross Oliveri one year when I was just learning what it was all about, and that was pretty exciting. And then as the years went on, I think Ulrich was our closest we got before we won one. He ran second, but he drew 12 and galloped at the start and lost 40 metres, and it wasn't a great Derby, but he went down to nose, and I dare say he would have won if he got away with the field. But that's all been learning for me, so glad I'm still in the hot seat.
So all the best of luck in the WA Derby on Friday night, Gary.
Thanks, Ian. Cheers.